It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Toronto Blue Jays. This crowd is ready as we get set for the World Series. Game 1 is next. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. There may be no better atmosphere in all of baseball than Game 1 of the Fall Classic, Singy. Lots of excitement to get this thing started.
Yeah, and the players feel that just as much as the fans. You're down there with goosebumps, and these players are just trying to stay in the moment. But I'll tell you, for the home team especially, it's so hard not to be emotional and hyped up with all the energy in this building right now.
And on the other side, of course, you're looking to swing home field advantage your way with an all-important opening win on the road. First pitch coming your way next. Just about to get underway, towing the slab in today's game, Kevin Gossman. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
And the right-hander deals. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Beats him for the first out, and that completes the strikeout.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. And there's a fly ball deep right field. That's back there. Gone straight into the visitors' bullpen. He'll touch them all. His second homer of this series, and just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Sometimes too much velocity will cause a pitcher to throw through the sink, and that means that there's more four-seam action than there is sink, and that can turn into a really good pitch to hit. Well, we saw it right there. Didn't miss a stitch on that baseball. He's got himself a home run.
1 out, base is empty. Freddie Freeman digs in now. There's a strike.
I think it's huge that they were able to score right away. You're playing on the road. Stakes are high. Energy in the ballpark. And you help to quiet that down a little bit.
Swing and a ground ball. Dives and he can't hang on. The throw won't get there in time. And he reaches safely.
Everything came together for him. He got that front foot down. And pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Here's Mookie to hit. Check swing called strike. Strike 1. And Mookie takes.
1-1.
Into the outfield, base hit. They get it in quickly, so first and second now, one out.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Absolutely hammered that baseball very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity, and at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. That one misses, and that is ball one.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Puts it away for the out. And there's two down.
Batting sixth, third baseman, Max.
Let's check out the lineup. Here's what they came up with for Game 1 of the World Series, Singy.
Yeah, they're hoping they piece together a winner. Historically speaking, the team that wins this opening game more often than not goes on to win the World Series. Today is a day to come storming out of the gates.
And now it's Max Muncy. So far, the playoffs have not been kind to him, but tonight, a chance to start anew.
So much of this game is mental. He's just got to tell himself, I'm here. I've worked hard all year. Go out, have fun, trust your ability.
You know, Singy, there are some people that say they feel more pressure actually in the league championship series than the World Series because they know this is it.
I could totally see that because, you know, you get to the World Series. That
ball finds its way to the outfield. A base hit. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Base is now loaded with two away.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And Kike Hernandez at the plate. In there for strike one. All loaded up here in Game 1 of the World Series. Two outs. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss, and that is that.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back here with my pal Singy. And on the mound now, Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
George Springer leading things off and takes a strike.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
That misses. Now 1-2.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Outside low. And that's ball 2. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Hernandez settles underneath it. Hauls it in for the out. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
So up next for Toronto, Nathan Lucas. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. 1 out, base is empty. That one missed. And a swing and a miss.
1 and 2.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Smith gathers, throws, out. 2 away now after the drop third strike.
I mean, there aren't many curveballs in the sport today that break like that thing does. Huge movement. It's so difficult to get on the same plane and even think about squaring it up, let alone get a piece and hope he throws something else to keep the at-bat alive.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. And that one hammered. And that's a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Gonna count 1 and 2.
2 straight.
Fights it off. He'll see another. That's off the mark, and the count is 2 and 2.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
And it remains 2 and 2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Blue Jays go down in order. They trail here 1-0. Game 1 of the World Series. Tommy Edman at the plate. Edman in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Gausman back to work. Check swing, and that's a ball.
1 ball, no strike.
Misses outside, 2-0. Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
But Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes they'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, well-respected umpire in the league.
Next offering is fouled back. Next one misses. 3-1 now. Up the middle, Bichette gets it to first. 1 out in the 2nd.
Batting ninth, Second baseman, Miguel Rojas.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. Foul ball, still 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Caught him looking for the K. Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Andy Pappas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 1 so far. Inside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
2 out, space is empty.
Oh.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Jimenez throw to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Dodgers go down quietly, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second. Digging in, Bo Bichette. Game 1 of the World Series here tonight, and all he's hoping is that the success that he's had in the first couple of rounds continues.
The great thing, you're here in the World Series. Now just try to have fun. The performance has been outstanding, and why should it stop now?
How do they cool him off?
Well, they're going to be extremely careful with him. I doubt he's going to get much to hit today, but when he does, be careful because he can hit it a long way.
Another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there. It wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. First pitch misses. Varsho needs just 1 more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues.
Yeah, making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That misses the zone, and a count 2-1. Just missed. Foul tip. Oh, that got our umpire. And it looks like it got him upstairs. One down, base is empty. Fouled off. And they'll do it again. That's a laser base hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
One gone, runner at first. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. That's in there. That's strike one. And that one sliced foul. Pickoff move to first. Varsho dives back in safely. Varsho, the base runner at first with one out.
That's the ball.
Squirts away a little bit. That's down and in. Swing and a miss. And the runner stays where he is.
Well, he just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. Breaking ball clips the corner. That's a strike. Two outs.
Oh.
This one in the dirt. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1-2.
Tying run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. And there's a ball.
2-2.
That one ripped. Way back there. Makes the grab on the run. And the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. We played 2 full. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Jays nothing. All set for the start of the inning. The batter now will be Will Smith. On the ground. The throw to first and one away in the top of the 3rd.
Up next for the Dodgers, first baseman Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. Reached on an infield single his first time. Ball 1, no strikes. Pulls that one foul. Right side, Barger. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Mookie Betts.
And now it's Mookie Betts. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that's outside.
That's a ball.
And it's fouled away. Ripped towards third. Throws across the diamond. And Betts is gone. And that is that. So they go quietly there. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Jays nothing. And we're back.
Leading
And
off
now
for
here is
Toronto,
Ernie
third
Clement.
baseman, Ernie Clement.
Swinging a foul straight back. That one's upstairs, ball 1. So now 1-2.
The high fastball, particularly for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it so well at eye level, but it's really hard to catch up and get that top hand to work on time.
And that one is inside. Popped up first base side. Freeman hauls it in for the out.
Batting ninth, shortstop, Andres Jimenez.
Here's Andres Jimenez. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Muncy settles under it and makes the catch. And that quickly 2 away.
Now
that hanging breaking ball looks so juicy to the hitter, and nothing more frustrating when you miss that pitch and you pop out. He's going to have to think about that till his next at bat. I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
And first offering is fouled off.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Next offering is in for a strike. And he swings over the top there. Smith gathers, throws in time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. So they make short work of him there. On to the 4th now in game number 1. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Jays nothing. Back now in Toronto, John Choppy with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Teoscar Hernandez. Foul ball there. And that misses. And now it's even 1-1. On the ground, right side. Sends it to first, and Hernandez is out.
Now batting, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Here comes Max Muncy, and he's already singled in this game. Right through there for a strike. And that one is downstairs, and that's ball one. Base is empty, one away here in game one of the World Series. And a foul ball. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter and just can eat you up, saw you off. Tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. That's off the mark, and the count even 1-1. Popped foul out of play off to the right. And that one is lifted in the air. Barger on the move to the alley. He makes the grab, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down that time. And midway in the 4th, it's the Dodgers 1 and the Jays nothing. Back here at Rogers Center, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Jays, Nathan Lucas. And that's a little bit high. Ball 1.
Well, these Jays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
That pitch in for a strike, and the count 1-1.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Now he breaks his back. Reaching down and makes the grab.
Up next for the Blue Jays, first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Struck out swinging his first time. And that's in for a strike. Blue Jays down a run. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That's a little high. Now 1-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Rojas to first. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth.
Well, you want to try to protect the strike zone with 2 strikes there. You see on that curveball, just sort of reached out, tapped it to put it in play. You want to do it with a little more authority so you have a chance to sneak it through, but just a pretty easy ground out right there.
Bichette stands in now, looks at that one inside.
No strike.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Hernandez has it sized up. Hauls it in to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We played 4. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Jays nothing. Game 1 of the World Series. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder Tommy Edman. Gausman back to work. And it's fouled off.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
That one not close, and it's 1-1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 2. That one is hammered right field. That's back there. Into the bullpen and gone. He sends it out of here. It's 2-0.
There was a sinker up in the zone. It looked like it came out of the pitcher's hand a little bit too early. Doesn't have the velocity that good four-seam fastball does. And at the plate, he didn't miss it.
And up next for Los Angeles, Miguel Rojas. And that is out of play. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're at the top of the 5th. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Strikes him out for the 2nd time today.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
Pajes in the box again, takes a strike.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, and you can play around a little bit more as the bat expands.
Fought off foul. Next pitch is outside. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Will Smith to the plate. He's already homered here in this one. And that one fouled off. Smith measures 5 feet 10 inches, 29 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2016. Good job to fight that one off. And takes low for ball one. Just misses with that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Next offering is outside.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
In the air, left field. Lucas gets under it, brings it in, and that is that. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching the World Series on the show. Bottom of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho.
Center fielder, Dalton Varsho.
And that one clips the corner.
Well, these Blue Jays doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this one.
Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today.
And 1-2.
1-2.
Curve in the dirt. And a swing and a miss. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, a well-thrown splitter is going to do exactly that. Get you off balance, thinking it's a fastball. Very similar to a changeup, but oftentimes a split's going to have even more downward movement with more velocity. Good pitch.
In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 1.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Hard hit, right side. Throw on to Freeman. Home man for the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
Now batting, the right fielder, Addison Barger.
Now it's the right fielder, Addison Barger. He's 0 for 1. And there's a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
And a base hit up the middle. And that keeps the inning going.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Now
And next for Toronto,
third baseman,
Ernie Clement.
Ernie
0 for 1 with a flyout. In the dirt. That one ripped left field. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Cut off, throw to second, but he's in there easily.
Back-to-back base hits. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
So 2 on with 2 away. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. Down and away for ball 1. That's inside.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. Last half of inning number 5. That one misses, and that's ball 3.
There's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
2 on, 2 outs. Fly ball down the line. Hernandez sizing this one up. He's got it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Jays nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Ball 1 there. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Shane Bieber preparing to come on if needed. Fisher also getting ready. Swings through that one for strike 1.
1-1.
High fly ball pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back there. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Now batting shortstop Mookie Betts.
Here's Mookie Betts. 1 for 2. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Base is empty, 1 away here in game 1 of the World Series. Battling here as he fouls it away. The shortstop takes the ball. And that's down and away. One down, base is empty. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Back there. See you later. He hammers one out to center. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Kevin Gausman makes way, and the home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm coming on after the break.
Now pitching.
So they turn things over to the righty, Shane Bieber. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Bieber.
One down. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
No ball. One strike.
Outside low. 1-1.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And now 2-1.
2 balls. 1 strike.
And there's a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Bieber with the strikeout.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, blowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Two outs, base is empty. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Fastball for a strike. Two down, nobody on. He swings and fouls one off. And that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Here's Kike Hernandez. 0 for 2 in this one. Gets the call, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Man at second. Just off the inside edge. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Got him. Good job at damage control right there. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now 3-0. And we're back. Well, we go bottom 6. Now at the plate, George Springer.
Hitter, George Springer.
And that drops in for a strike.
That curveball's been a big pitch for him today. He's been able to get ahead in the count with it. He's also been able to use it to put guys away.
And he grounds one to the right side. Into the outfield, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team to bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Nathan Lucas will hit next. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Goes down looking.
Quick 3-pitch strikeout, and you look at the sequence. The plan was clearly to work him inside. Didn't want to let him get his arms extended, make him a little bit uncomfortable in there, and he ended up overmatching him in the process. That's one you have to take note of as a hitter for next time you come to the plate.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Now move to first. And Springer's in there safely.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
And that misses. And that is ball one. Right through there for a strike. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That one missed.
2-2.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Springer stands at first with one out. That's outside. 3-2 now.
3 balls. Strike.
Swing and a ball popped in the air out to shallow center. Betts pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, second baseman, Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. And that's in for a strike.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. And a breaking ball misses outside.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Springer on the run. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, safe.
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a classic steal situation. You get thrown out, no big deal. That guy at the plate leads off the next inning. Now, a single to the outfield can push a run across.
Two outs and one in scoring position. Line drive, and that's just foul. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 3.
Well, just about to hit that century mark, 100 pitches for this game. Man, he's close as he's trying to get through 6 full innings right now. He's about to throw his 100th pitch.
That one the other way. That's a base hit. Here comes Springer around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and it's now a 2-run game.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Runner at first with 2 away. Dalton Varsho getting ready to hit.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
And that's outside. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Will Klein looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Ohtani warming up as well. With the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Two outs. Just outside. 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Now fly ball to right center. Hernandez makes the play, and that is the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. This is the World Series on the show. Back now in Toronto. New inning getting started. Now it's going to be Tommy Edman. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
1 strike.
That one down the line. Clement over to first. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now batting, second baseman, Miguel Rojas.
Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Right through there for a strike. Strike 2.
0-2.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. That K is his 3rd of the game.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Paz, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
1-0.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of game 1. That one ripped, but foul. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And that one just missed off the outside edge.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
He goes down looking. Dodgers down in order. And the score stays 3-1.
Now pitching for
The
Los
pitcher
Angeles,
on here, Will
number
Klein.
61.
These are the spots relievers
Will Klein.
really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And now the catcher
Leading
comes up to
off
him.
for the
Alejandro
Jays,
Kirk.
Catcher Alejandro Kirk.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game, and this is something we see more and more in the game today, especially in the postseason.
And that's in the dirt.
No strike.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes, no free passes. You can't allow that.
Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Hernandez puts it away. 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder
Addison Barger
Barger.
next up for the Blue Jays. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport. Swing and a foul out of play.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from a warning track if he has to.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Line to left. Hernandez makes the grab. 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself
next,
it's
for
about
the
the
Blue
process.
Jays,
He did
third
everything right
baseman,
there. Nothing to
Ernie
show for it.
Clemens.
But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Clement lays
No
off
strike.
down low as he digs in for the 3rd time. Two down, nobody on. That's a strike, and it's 1-1.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful, not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
That's the ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Next pitch is outside. Andres Jimenez waiting in the on-deck circle.
They can get him up. He'd represent the tying run, so critical pitch right here.
Two outs. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. And they'll do it again. And a payoff pitch. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And there's ball four. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the wall. Very gritty.
And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. Will Klein done for the night. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
number 86 on to pitch out of the pen here.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
So a man aboard. So up next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. And that one pulled foul. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Blue Jays held in check, and they still trail it here 3-1.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Braden Fisher.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Will Smith now at the plate. He's already homered in this game. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Fisher, the tall righty, 180 pounds, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2018. And another ball. And delivers outside. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. 1 for 3. On the inside corner for a strike.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Slap the other way, foul. Smith aboard here at first with nobody out. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Tunneled that pitch. Thought it was going to be a slider breaking in off the plate, but it hugged the corner. And at that point, when he recognized it, it was just too late.
In there at the knees for a strike.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
In the dirt.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Runner on the go. Two now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Man at first, 1 away. Looked like it was a little bit up.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. And now Teoscar Hernandez. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. That one outside. 1-0.
No strike.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And that is that. So no runs in the inning despite the leadoff walk, and that does it. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Blue Jays 1.
Now pitching for
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Shohei Ohtani. Back to the top of the order now, and it'll be George Springer to step to the plate.
George Springer.
Right through there for a strike. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. They must be going crazy in the dugout. It's 3-2.
He just sparked this home crowd in a big way. What a swing. They thought he could blow a high fastball by him, but he was ready for it. Look at how quickly he jumped on that pitch.
At the plate, Nathan Lucas.
0 for 3 in this one.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Checks his swing, now would appeal to third, and he won around. Just enough that time. That one the other way. Betts to first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., known for his late inning heroics. First pitch misses. And another ball.
When you get to this part of the order, yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That one came in at 99.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. That when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. That just misses, and it's 1-0. holding on to a one-run lead here in Game 1 of the World Series. And a swing and a miss.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Fights it off, he'll see another. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Ohtani will depart, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. So they bring on their closer in the eighth, Geraldo Peralta.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
Now a move being made at second base. Coming on to pinch run for Toronto, Miles Straw. And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Yeah, that's fouled off. So the tying run at second, and that is out of play.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out. Probably missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Not close with that one. The count now 2-2. That's down and in. With the tying run at second, here the bottom half of the eighth inning. Gets a piece and stays alive. Man on second, two down. That's the third. Muncy whips it across. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now a 3-2 ball game. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Brendan Little.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Well, one-run game. Here's Muncy to hit. Infielder shifted to the right. Shortstop just to the left of second. And first offering is fouled off. That one missing inside.
1-1.
On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first, and the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
Now batting, left fielder, Kike Hernandez.
Here's Kike Hernandez. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Lifted in the air, right field. Barger makes the catch for the out. 2 down.
Now batting, center fielder, Tommy Edman.
2 down, base is empty. And here comes Tommy Edman. First pitch doesn't find the zone. 1-run game here in the top of the ninth. Fouled off left side. Foul ball. That one almost got him. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the ninth.
Three and 2.
Outside, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or an into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
That's the ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. Two outs. And there's a ball.
2-0.
That one fouled off. They say you win.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the ninth. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Blue Jays 2. Back here at Rogers Center, and here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. And he takes one right on the black.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that off. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
1-run game, bottom 9. And fouled off.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
Pitch is in the dirt, and it's 2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
That one misses, and it's a full count.
That two-seam fastball is usually coupled with a slider away, and when a hitter's conscious of the pitch in, it's hard for him to cover middle away, and that's where a pitcher can really finish off that batter.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. And there's one down. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism has shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
Barger in the box now, takes strike one. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Way back there. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Now batting third baseman, Ernie Clement.
So they're down to their final out. Ernie Clement digs in now. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Fought off foul. That's to third. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Dodgers take game one on the road.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.